going on, guys? Got the Talaria out. Gonna be taking the rear tire off, changing the tire. Let's go.
Easy, Bubba. Alright, hold on. I got it. Alright, that's it.
Okay. Let's go. Let's go into our little workbench over here. Let the air out of the tire first. Should have a couple of tire spoons if you care about protecting your rims, a couple of rim protectors, and if you want to save frustration, the bead buddy. It is recommended to take the valve stem out, make things a little bit easier. Plastic cap has a valve stem removal tool on the back of it. Okay, so you want to pop your bead, squeeze your tire all around, take the nut off of your tube. Alright. Try not to put too much weight. Make sure you have some sort of padding. Pop your bead all around. Very gently. Try not to cut your tube.
No spray yet?
This is definitely the part where you can cut your tube. Just make sure everything is down all around. Alrighty. I like to hold it like that. Okay. Let's snap in our next one. Trying to not grab the tube. Alrighty. Yeah, a little off-road scarring. It happens. Alright. Let's leave that one there for now. And slide down our rim saver a little bit. Should have started after the valve stem, make things a little bit easier.
Come up here.
Slide down our bead buddy. Let's get this out. Let's get this in. So, let's take one more chunk out before we try to yank the wheel. Alright, that's it. Wheels should come off fairly easily now. You can do the rest by hand. That's that. Let's take off our bead buddies.
Why don't you knock some air out of that?
Oh, but we can pull the tube out right now. Let's look for our valve stem. Our valve stem area. So I'm going to take a quick peek at the tube. Make sure we didn't cause any damage. Fill it up with air just to make sure. So the other side should just pop right off. Just gotta make sure. Okay, that's that. Inspect your rim. Make sure you have no damage. Definitely make sure you have your rubber spoke covers in line. That could definitely damage your tube. Right. Quick little wipe down. Make sure everything's all kosher. Now's a chance to look at your disc and your sprocket, make sure everything's all lined up good. So now we got our new tire. We want to make sure that we have the direction in the proper direction. Alright, so some tires have a little arrow on it. We just want to make sure that we have the arrow on the sprocket side for our Talaria. Alrighty, so best thing to do right now is to get a little soapy water. This is not straight soap. This is a couple of drops of soap and the rest is water. Like to move up the rim, the tire, the rim, move it all up. And so, give it a little lube. Again, let's verify our arrow. Oh, I almost messed it up. Alrighty. So this should just push right on. If we lubed everything up enough. Make sure that our bead is also broken down low. Sometimes you need to put this on the ground here. Slowly work it around. Might need a little extra lube. Lube is your friend. Let's make sure we get it down. That's it. She is in. Let's verify your direction one more time. Arrow sprocket side. Ready to go. Let us get our tube in place. Some people like to put tube in first. Some people like to wait. Same shit. Let's just make sure our rubber is lined up. It's a little bit off.
Over here, bro.
Okay. So make sure your tube is Definitely straight. No kinks. Alright, so.
Oh, let's come through that thing, bro. That's it. There you go. You're up. I got it. I got it.
You want to get the nut in place. Alright, leave that loose. Let's just gently put this in without creasing it. Now's the time to make sure your tube is sitting all nice and flat. See, we don't want that. Don't want those creases. Blue line is there to help you see if it's kinked up. Okay. Tighten that up a little bit. She's all nice and straight. It does help to put a tiny bit of air in it just to make sure your tube is good. But I think we're alright. We're gonna lube it all back up. My bottle wants to work. There we go. Don't be cheap. Lube is your friend. So, try to be gentle with the pressure because you got your disc on the bottom. Definitely want to make sure you pad it up. If you care about your rims, again, your wheels, you should protect them. Alrighty. Some people use those big, crazy, curved tire irons, but with these little tires, you really don't need that. So I'm gonna line up and leave space for my rim buddy. If you don't have one of these, you should definitely get one. Your bead buddy, rim buddy, somebody's buddy. Definitely my buddy. Alrighty, that's it. She's in place. So you can see the tube down there. I'm definitely not pinching.
Got it.
Alrighty. So just feel what you're doing. Definitely don't want to break shit. Definitely don't want to rush here. This is not the time to rush. You know, my buddy here is in a rush because he's hungry. He hasn't had his breakfast yet. He's a little hangry. Alrighty. Moving right along. Nice and easy. Just keep. You could slide these rim buddies. You could pick them up and move them. Just make sure you're not pinching your rim. So as you get towards the end, it's gonna get a little tighter. Most important thing is to make sure your bead is down on both sides. If your bead is down, not down, your tire does not have room to stretch. Okay, nice and simple. Let's turn a little more. Let's pull it out, buddy.
You hit it from here.
Okay. Definitely make sure we got our lube. This is definitely going to be a tight spot. You can see it already. So maybe what we'll do is I'm just going to take this tiny bit instead of going on to the next one. Just going to grab a tiny little corner here. Okay. Nice and tight. Alrighty, so this is usually where we separate the men from the boys. So as you can see on this side, the bead here is all the way up. Okay, so that's going to make things more difficult. So what you want to do is you want to push this in all the way around so the tire has room to stretch. You might need an extra hand. See how that just went in? That's what you're looking for. Alright, see, now it's nice and loose all around. We got everything still in place on this side. Make sure our bead is in on this side. We're gonna grab our buddy that just fell over here. Alright. So, it's definitely a little bit tight in here to get this guy in here. Back and forth to make sure we don't have the tube pinched up. And this should just pop right on like butter. Boom. That's all she wrote. Pop out our rim savers real quick. Pop out our bead buddy. And now we gotta balance it. Just like to bounce it a little bit. Make sure that your valve stem is at a 90-degree angle. Okay. I'm going to just throw some air in here. We're going to overfill it. Make sure we pop the bead. So let's look all around. Let's make sure we don't see any bubbles. So it looks nice and even all around. Let's check the other side. Looks nice and even. Alright. It's definitely a harder tire. Let's check your air pressure real quick. So let's give this a couple more turns on that nut. 20. Put it down to about 12. Looks perfect, right? Alrighty, so reinstallation. Let us, can I have the adjustable real quick? I'm just gonna snug down this nut. You don't have to go crazy, this isn't holding the world down. Cap up. Alrighty, so now let's just make sure we got our disc in place. Alright. First step is getting our chain on. Yeah, definitely helps getting it on the bottom. Oh, we got a little snag here. Alright. Okay. Yeah, I got the tire.
Hold on.
I got the
we gotta come down, line it up.
That's fine.
You know what? We meant to sit that in first. Did you see it?
Okay.
Yeah, that's it.
Alright, make sure we got our end caps in the right direction. I'm gonna use the little hammer.
There you go.
I'm gonna tap it in. Here she comes. That's it. So, let's get our nut. Before we tighten everything up, let's give it a little spin. Let's make sure our chain is good. Let's make sure our pads didn't fall in. And let's hit it with some Ugdas. We need to hold the other side with the Allen wrench. Make sure we don't spin.
Hold it in.
Okay. All right, so we didn't loosen our caliper, so everything should be nice and straight and even. But definitely take a look at it. You know, I know my pads are definitely a little low, but there she is. Probably about 15 minutes from start to finish. All right, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Like, follow, subscribe, comment.